In March 2021, something happened that completely changed my channel and the number of views for my videos. I purchased the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro and I made a video about it. Normally my regular amount of views was from 100 to 300, but after making a video about this camera, my views went to over 1,000 and kept growing. Since then, I've been using my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. Actually, this is the camera I'm using now to film this video. But after doing some research here and there and studies and as I announced on my other social media platforms, I got a new camera. And I need to share some stuff with you. For example, I think I'm gonna have to start from zero again. And number two, some mistakes I already made buying wrong equipment for it. That and much more coming up right now. I am Ruben and I love music, filming, and living happier every day. This is the camera. Some of you guessed it, others did not. It was funny to see these. Wow, some of you do know me. Well, let's say that this was an interesting strategic move. Okay, here it is. But, oops, no, sorry. Okay, here it is. This is the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K full frame, no pockets. I know some of you will be disappointed and others will be happy, but this is how it is now. Now, this will be a short video because I wanted to announce it publicly, and here is at last. Now, I won't contradict myself with what I said in the last video I made about this camera. This will be a short one just to show you some of the stuff I was referring to again in my previous video about this camera. Let me go step by step. As I said, I've been using the 6K Pro, which uses CFast cards, so I didn't have any other type. So the first thing I did was to get the Angelbird CF Express 2.0 Type B. I got the 330 gigabytes, which has these characteristics. Following that is the Angelbird CF Express Card Reader Mark II Type B, which comes with a cable USB and some cards with tips and Velcro bands and postcards from Angelbird and even a quick bite. These people definitely know about marketing and quality. Why Angelbird? Well, you must know by now. In the same way, I try to eat healthy food because it's the fuel I put into my machine, my human machine. I want to make sure my footage is secure. And so I needed that reliability that I have found since the beginning of this year when I started using Angelbird cards. Again, using EF lenses and having an S35 sensor, I never had the necessity to use L-mount lenses or full-frame lenses, more about full-frame lenses after. So I purchased the Viltrox EF to L Pro adapter. And people, if you are using Blackmagic cinema cameras, please check very well before getting this adapter. First of all, it's heavy, it doesn't always read or recognize your photograph lenses on the screen of the camera. And when I went to update the firmware, because it has a USB-C type, my Mac running the latest Mac OS didn't even recognize this adapter. I contacted the company, but the story is too long for this video, so I advise getting the Sigma M21, is it M21? I don't know, instead, and not this tractor, unless you have another kind of camera, like a photo camera. Also, it was so hard on my lens. It was okay on the camera, but as you can see, there's the USB Type-C here. But anyway, on the lens, this mechanism here was really hard. So I recommend getting the Sigma. Anyway, the Sigma will arrive. Using the 6K Pro, again, I never needed ND filters because, as you know, the 6K Pro has internal ND filters. Now, this camera has a shorter snout, so there's no space for ND filters. And as I say in my latest video, or in my last video, having a full-frame sensor was more important. Many people are even speculating, saying that this camera will begin a new era for Blackmagic design. There will be a new 6K Pro coming up soon, and even the Ursa. And these cameras might also have full frame, but I don't know anything about it. One good thing this camera has is the optical low-pass filter, which the 6K Pro doesn't. That being said, I got a KF Concept Variable Nano with a magnetic band. I wanted to get an easy, but as I have a trip coming up soon where I will be producing some footage with this camera, I was not gonna make it on time. So I got this one. I hope it works well enough. From what I see and from what I said in my last video, my biggest complaint about this camera is the battery life. I still hear people talking about an hour and a half, and there's something amazing because the other day I was testing it, and after half an hour, the brand new battery turned red. So that's not good in my book. Anyway, I will still use my Anton Bauer Titan Base battery, which I highly recommend. Can't talk enough about this brand. This will be a short one. I recently sold my cinema lenses and got the Sigma 18-35 and the Sigma 70-300 macro, which are not full frame. I know that the 18-35 only works at 35mm. Less than that, you'll see a circle because this is a full-frame sensor, and the lens isn't. The other lens works better. Works better. It doesn't have the circle. So I will work with these lenses for now because the budget is finished. But I would love to try the Surrey Jupiter full frame or the anamorphic. I've seen some reviews and they look lovely. Also the 7 Artisan cinema lenses, they look very interesting. However, I saw a review the other day and apparently the 75 or 85, I'm not sure, is colder than the 35. And that's a bummer. The cinema lenses must be equal to one another unless nothing. However, if you are listening to Ray and or 7 Artisans, I will be happy to give them a try and make a deep review about your prime cinema lenses. Okay, I think this is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace and love.